to Titus. Ow. Yep, my arm is definitely a little bit sore from the vaccine earlier. So yeah, let's find a strength +4 somewhere. There should be a strength +4. There you go. Now enjoy the long cutscene. Emotional cutscene too.
You're late, Auron. I know. Hey. You got tall, but you're all bones. You eating right, boy? You've really grown.
Yeah, but you're still bigger.
Well, I am Sin, you know.
That's not funny.
Well, then, I mean, you know. Let's end this.
Dad,
Yeah.
I hate you.
I know. You know what you have to do.
Yeah.
I can't hear the hymn so well anymore. Pretty soon I'm gonna be Sin, completely. I'm glad you're here now. One thing though. When it starts, I won't be myself anymore. I won't be able to hold myself back. I'm sorry.
That's enough! Let's finish this, okay?
You're right. Well then, let's go.
Ooh. Wonder what those buildings are. Is it Zanarkand? Alright. One of the toughest battle of the game, but I don't think it is the toughest one. So for the first phase I will not use... There's a fucking fruit fly here. The first phase I will not use the Aeon, I'm gonna wait for the second phase. Or like barely when we reach the second phase. This hurts. It is vulnerable to armor break, I like that. Not great, but could be worse. Put the other pagoda that started moving. Jecht's gonna gain 3000 HP, which again is not the worst. And like, if we can make him zombie, that can also help. So he will soon get his overdrive, but with Titus' speech, we can bring it down. Or at least 2 times.
I won't lose.
So what I will do now, I'm gonna bring the first Aeon. One that, you know, I don't really mind losing, such as Valley 4. I'm gonna use his overdrive, which should deal 900, 9000, and 99. And it should be enough to at least reach the second phase of Jecht. And then after that, we're gonna start bringing the powerful ones, one by one. So Anima and Magus Sisters. Energy Blast, why not? So both pagodas will stop moving, in theory. But you know, this battle, this is actually Braska's final Aeon, so this guy, Jecht, has the power to defeat Sin, which tells us about his strength. This is gonna hurt. Yep. Doesn't really matter though. So let's summon the Magus Sisters. With some luck, they might even stay alive long enough to completely defeat him. I only need one of those overdrive, which is the one in the middle, and yep. I should be fine, yep, to combine their power now. And considering that we just had a 25,000 attack, not the overdrive, but just the Magus Sisters might be enough to defeat Jecht. But again, Jecht is gonna get his overdrive right after, so it's kind of a pain in the ass. We'll see. Let's first see how much this attack will do. $36,000, that's good. So Mindy's gonna die. The other two are still alive. But now Jecht got his overdrive, which will hurt. We still have one of them alive, which will lose all of her MP, of course. Don't take a fucking break, bitch. Alright, next Aeon. I'll take that. So let's go with Anima. I didn't know that Jecht could be silenced. I just learned that right this moment. he will survive, so that's fine. And now I can use Anima's overdrive. Please don't be an asshole. Let me use the overdrive. Please. Please. Fuck you. Okay, now this is putting me in a bad spot. Not the worst in the world, but definitely a bad spot. Ah, shit. Like, one thing I will do to be safe with these guys, I will use Mighty Guard. Just so I have 3 characters who can properly defend. Now we're gonna bring Ifrit. Let's start at the top and make our way to the bottom. I did not expect him to dispose of Anima this quickly. So how much health does he still have? Wait, only 23,000? What the fuck? He only got 23,000 left. I was worrying for fucking nothing. This is gonna be easy. And then we're gonna defeat all the Aeons and Yu Yevon. Alright, come on, Jecht. Kill me. One more time. Okay, finally. So it only got about 14,000, 15,000 left now. This is. I thought he had a lot more HP than that. Wow, I'm genuinely surprised. 13,000. Let's bring Bahamut, and that should bring an end to it. He will do in over 10,000, probably in the 15, 20,000. Right, cool. Pretty cool. Easier than expected. This should be the end of Jecht. Yes. Yu Yevon just fled Jecht.
You always cry. See? You're crying.
I hate you, Dad.
Save it for later.
Right. We've got a job to do, don't we?
Good. That's right. You are my son, after all.
You know, for the first time, I'm glad to have you as my father.
Sir Jecht, I should...
No! Yuna! There's no time!
You stay away!
Yuna, you know what to do.
Hi.
The Aeons!
We Aeons!
Call them!
Call us!
And we are gonna start from the bottom up for this next battle. Magus Sisters first, and build our way up to Valley 4. Let's finish with the first Aeon that we got for nostalgia. Is what I always do.
Yes. Here it comes!
Yuna!
Ready, Yuna is gonna call the Aeon. I think this is the only downside of having Magus Sister, Yojimbo, and Anima, is that you have to fight them once you reach this part of the game. But we're gonna make things easy for ourselves and use Aeons against Aeons this time. Usually I fight them by hand, but probably too risky. Well, I mean, it's not risky because everybody's got auto life, but don't want to take too much time on that either. So yeah, it's just at least for them we're gonna use an overdrive. The other can usually be beaten fairly easily without any help. Yeah, I don't know. I did not cut short the animation in the settings. I like seeing the full Aeon animations. There you go, the worst is done with the Magus sisters gone. Next will be Yojimbo, then Anima, then Bahamut, and we make our way up, as usual. Yojimbo. So this time let's bring Titus. Spiral Cat should take care of it. It sure did. It's been over 20 years since the game was released, 21. I think it still holds out pretty well. This is the original PS2 version. I think the graphics are still pretty good and looks pretty good. Even after all this time. And for JRPG standard. I mean, there are JRPGs that looks a lot worse, even nowadays. And I mean games that try to look good but end up looking bad. This looks better than some of them. Yeah, I figured. I mean, nobody said it was gonna be easy to fight them all. But I'm gonna replace Kimari with Waka since Waka's got plenty of accuracy. And this should help. Actually, if I bring Waka now, will he be able to hit it? I guess I can bring a magic user. Though I understand the purpose, I find it somewhat annoying that everybody's got auto life. Like, this should be a proper boss fight where, like, you know, those, like any final boss, you know, if you don't beat the 3 stages one after another, it's too bad for you. Similar to when we fight like Genova and Sephiroth in Final Fantasy Final Fantasy 7, sorry. Yeah, happy that we don't have Sephiroth in this one. Hey, good evening, Patrick. How you doing? Yes, I'm close to finishing the main story, and after that, it's gonna be grinding for this 100% that I'm seeking. But I wanted to finish the main story first, just for fun. Let's get this out of the way. And because I feel like a little bit of nostalgia. When I reach 100%, I can come back again and see just how overpowered I am against all of them. So, how are you doing, my friend? Doing pretty good here overall. I was saying earlier, I just got my third COVID vaccine, so arm is a little bit sore. I'm a little bit tired, so perfect to just sit in front of the monitor and play video games. Going through these aeons from the last one to the very first Valley 4, just because I like to finish with the very first aeon that we got, just because it brings back memories of when we started this game all the way back in Besaid. No, I'm not too tired, but I can feel it. I did not have any real side effect with any of the shots. A little bit of fever after the second one, but I expect tomorrow to be in relatively good shape overall. Good enough to work at the very least. Working from home don't need to be in top shape after all. But thank you for joining this evening. I'm here for at least another 2 hours. Maybe more, we'll see. Once I defeat Yu Yevon, I will go back to capturing fiends, and as I go through all the areas, I will also pick up all the items I need for the celestial weapon if there are any. So if I reach the thunder plane, I will try the 200 lightning dodge and that kind of stuff. The Jecht sphere that I also need. For the overdrives. Action that we got after Operation Mayhem. Got more than 3000 HP. Oh. Alright, alright. I still think that this should be like a proper boss fight without such thing as auto life. Like you would have to beat Jecht, then the Aeons, then Yu Yevon without dying, similar to what we see in Final Fantasy VII when you beat Genova, then Sephiroth. But if they want to make things easy on me, who am I to complain, really? It's still the end of the story, so it's understandable to some extent. Come on, Yuna. Ifrit is next. fucking fruit fly flying around me since earlier. So if I look like an idiot clapping around and hitting my head, it's because I'm trying to kill the fucking fly. Ah. It is a very sad part of the game. Also knowing that, you know, probably Titus will disappear or something like that is... Well, the game overall has a sad feel. Especially, like, once you've passed Bicanel Island and the Albed home, and you know what should happen to Yuna after her pilgrimage, and everything that comes afterward, learning about Titus being a dream, that he might disappear. The game is really sad from this point, at least. And I really like that, even to this day, you know, this is the original PS2 version. And, you know, the graphic still hold out pretty well. There are worse looking JRPGs than that, even today on PS4 and PS5. Final Fantasy X, even for JRPG standard, still looks really good today. And now our final Aeon. Let's bring Titus. Not enough accuracy, so I'm gonna need magic. I don't know. Iraga, I guess, should be enough. I don't know if you pronounce Firaga or Firaga. You just pronounce it the way that sounds best. How do you pronounce it? Finally, Yu Yevon. I'll go the easy way. Zombie and Phoenix down.
Everyone, this is the last time we fight together. Okay?
Huh?
What I'm trying to say is, after we beat Yu Yevon, I'll disappear.
What are you talking about?
soundtrack here is pretty good.
I'm saying goodbye.
Not now.
I know it's selfish, but this is my story.
If you happen to stumble upon the original Sin soundtrack, I think it sounds slightly better than this one. You might be able to find it on YouTube or other places. So it will do Kiragan itself, which is not good. And the easy way, because I'm lazy, Phoenix down. And there you go. It's that beater on the bush. It's not immune to instant death, so why not? And we defeated Yu Yevon. We defeated Sin. Besaid. Yep, now we know this is the end. Gata. That survived Operation Mihen. For those who were there and remember. And this part where we are gonna see the Aeons, the fate turning to stone, I think is interesting. It's like they won't be needed anymore. It feels like the end of an era for Spira when you see this happening to the fate. This game turned 21 a few weeks ago, I believe. The Japanese release. 21 years ago. I don't remember the exact date, but I remember I did a stream on that day. This is also pretty sad when we're gonna see Oren being sent.
Don't stop.
But
It's all right.
Little gentle touch to Kemari, who found Oren crawling down Gagazet 10 years ago, half dead.
It's been long enough. This is your world now.
Now this cutscene I find extremely sad. Even before seeing Titus's disappear, just seeing all the Aeons with, you know, the ending soundtrack, all the Aeons disappearing, Sin. Well, Sin disappearing is not sad, but all the Aeons vanishing is a sad thing to see. Just that already, even before seeing Titus disappear. Soundtrack is so sad. Yet so beautiful to watch. It's so hard to find such great games nowadays.
Yuna, I have to go. I'm sorry I couldn't show you Xanarkin. Goodbye.
Hey! We're gonna see you again!
Yuna!
This is really sad. The way she passes right through him. This is something that makes me cry.
love you.
Fun fact, if you don't know or didn't know, in the English version, she says I love you, but in the Japanese version, she says arigato, which is thank you. And it is maybe a difference that people don't care about overall, but if you know a little bit about Japanese culture, it makes the world of a difference. And you understand like the subtlety of it's in the subtlety of the language. I think thank you or arigato in Japanese makes it more dramatic than I love you. Clinging to the hope that she will be back.
Yuna, it's time.
So while Yuna does her speech, I will be back.
Everyone has lost something precious. Everyone here has lost homes, dreams, and friends. Everybody? Now, Sin is finally dead. Now, Spira is ours again. Working together. Now we can make new homes for ourselves and new dreams. Although I know the journey will be hard, we have lots of time. Together, we will rebuild Spira. The road is ahead of us, so let's start out today. Just one more thing. The people and the friends that we have lost. No dreams left for you. Never forget them.
So let's sit through the credit scene because, well, we want to see the post credit. Or can we actually see it if we skip? I'm not sure. I don't want to skip because I don't want to miss the post credit. So let's listen to Sutekidane while watching all the wonderful people who made this game and reminisce about all the good times and the bad time. Speaking of this song, I actually saw a Final Fantasy concert where the girl who sings Sutekidane was a special guest and she sang it live on stage. which was pretty cool. I dream of a day when I go like to my local karaoke bar where they have this song, I believe. That I hear someone out of nowhere singing this. It will probably never happen, but that would be pretty funny. So, after this credit scene, I will reload my game inside Sin, obviously, and we will go chasing fiends, capturing them everywhere around Spira. We need 10 of each fiend before I can proceed into completing the arena. On my way, I will get the various Jecht spheres. I will get different items I need to build the celestial weapons. Maybe not all this evening. I don't think that 2 hours is enough to catch 10 of every fiends everywhere, especially considering that some of them are very tough to find. Some of these monsters literally almost never pop up. But we'll do my best. For sure I can get through Kilika and probably the Mihen High Road today. Jose High Road and Moonflow, I'm not entirely sure. We will see. So, question of the day. What is your favorite location in Final Fantasy X? By location, I mean like Besaid or Luca or the Calm Lands. What is your favorite place of all places? I think that was a bad translation. Suteki is not wonderful, it's beautiful. But I'll leave it to them. I think "Isn't it beautiful" sounds better than "Isn't it wonderful" in terms of translation. Aruketa nara ikitai yo kimi no machi ie ude no naka. So to furete asa ni tokeru yume miru. This is, I believe, the orchestral version of the soundtrack. Right? No, it is the original version. PlayOnline.com, I'm not even sure that still exists. executive producer Hironobu Sakaguchi. See this scene here. We see Titus waking up in water. This is like also the ending of Final Fantasy X2, where we see him waking up. And I always knew, by the background, by the color of the water, by what we see behind him, that this is Besaid Island. This cannot be anywhere else than Besaid Island. And on that, we're not gonna listen to Zalarkand. We're gonna skip this.